the messenger of Hashem, Hashem said to him to curse. In other words, you have to know when somebody goes over to you and gives you in this world, he gives you a slap in the face, you have to know that he came with a deed of message. He has a shtar shlichus, it's called in Hebrew. How do you translate shtar shlichus? He has a shtar that he was sent a message from Hashem. That doesn't mean that he's doing a big mitzvah, that he's a big tzaddik. He'll be punished. But he couldn't succeed in hurting me unless he has a shlichus from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Chayvus, the Sefer Chayvus Alavavos says that a person has to see himself in this world as if he's in this enormous pit. And there's a shomer, there's a God guarding the pit. And nobody can approach him to give him something good, or nobody can approach him to do him something evil without the permission of the guardian of the pit. The guardian of the pit is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'll call upon him, let's get back to our subject. Nosnu alai bekoilo, it says Am Yisrael is Yedidim, but the Nosnu alai bekoilo, why did Hashem distance his friendship? Because of acts of chayser yashrus, acts of lack of righteousness. At the end of the day is machriya even more than the other tzaddik v'yoshahu. It's not enough to be a tzaddik. One has to be a straight tzaddik and not a crooked tzaddik. That's number one. Now let's get back to our subject. That Beis HaMikdash is an expression of the Yedidus of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This idea is expressed in Megillas Eicha. Now, a little bit paparois, interesting paparois. The whole Megillas Eicha, Chazal come and down. Hey, let's begin. Eicha Yoshva Bodom. The word bedidut, let's analyze the word bedidut and the word yedidut. It's two opposites, and it's interesting. Let's take the word yedid. Before we took the word yedid, yad, yad. Let's take another way of looking at yedid. To analyze the letters of this word. The concept of division is Dalit. The Maral always explains that that's the Golus. Golus is the vision that we're distanced from Hashem. The number Dalit always represents Golus. We are mefuzar, we are scattered. In how many directions can you scatter something? How many directions are there in this world? Four. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to be mekabetz us, may arba kanfoi sa'aretz, from the four corners of the world. So 4 represents division. That's division. Number 4. The number 10, on the other hand, what is 10? I spoke about this last time, 2 weeks ago, the number 10. The number 10 is you would count 9 individuals, and the 10 is the koach that unites the group. So 10 is the koach ha'achdus, the koach ha'yichut. Yad is the power to unite. Yedidus is to unite all the different forces. To see the hand of Hashem in everything. The Yichud Hashem. Bodad, take the word Bodad. It's the opposite. Bodad, the Bedidus is separate. When you have 7, you have a pair. Pair 2. In 2 there's a division. Beis Dalet. Bad is also separate. Beis Dalet is division. 2, 4, multiples. Which day, for example, which day of the Maaseh Bereishis was the Gehenim created? You know? On which day? On which day was Machloket? Which is the day of Machloket? Rashi says like this, and we go back to Maaseh Bereishis. Hashem said, let it be like it doesn't say in the Torah Yom Rishon, it says in the Torah Yom Echad. Why Yom Echad? What did Hashem do on the second day? He divided between the upper waters and the bottom waters. And the second day was Nivra Machlokes, like there was division. Together with the vision was Nivra Gehenim. Because Gehenim is from the vision of man from his fellow man, the vision of man from the Bari Olam. The Yesod of Gan Eden is Chibur. Yedidus. Gan Eden is the product of Ava, and Gehenna is the product of sinner and hatred and division. The Gehenna itself, the punishment of Gehenna is a vacuum of beditut, of being so totally not connected with anything. That itself is the ankis, the depth of the pain of Gehenna. It's a vacuum which we can't imagine, of nothingness, of being disconnected with anything. And Gan Eden is this Anig al Hashem, connected with Hashem. So this is the Eicha Yashva Bodot, to express the whole Churban Beis HaMikdash. What's the expression of Churban Beis HaMikdash? Beditut. So what, in different words, it does it mean at this time of the year? It means the yearning. What is Churban Beis HaMikdash in the personal life of a person? If a person doesn't have a yearning for spirituality, he doesn't have a yearning to be closer to his Creator, he doesn't think, how can I get closer to Hashem? That means Hashem is not his friend. Doesn't have friendship with Hashem. The destruction of the temple is to think, how can I build, how can I increase my closeness, how can I increase my friendship with the Creator of the world, the one that created me? How can I bring Hashem more into my life? That's Eicha Yoshva. How am I bodad? How am I alone from the Bari Olam? How much is the Bari Olam living in my life? That's Eicha Yoshva Bodad. If you take the word Eicha itself, you know, it's a lot of, we'll leave that out. This, I will go back, I don't have time. The Bach explains that the reason that the Chazal say that the reason that the temple was destroyed is because that they didn't bless Hashem for the gift of the Torah. And he explains that they did not learn Torah for the proper reason. And the tachlis, the purpose of learning Torah is to connect with Hashem, to seek through the process, because our greatest connection with Hashem is when we study Torah. Because the revelation of Hashem in this world is through His will, and He revealed His will in the Torah. The study of the Torah is the study of the will of Hashem. And when a person understands the Torah, he puts the Torah into his brain, he's connected in the greatest connection with Hashem. So the tachlis, the purpose of the study of the Torah should be to connect with Hashem. And he says they learned Torah just to know the dinim, just to know the laws. They didn't learn Torah for the right purpose. If they would have learned Torah for the right purpose, that itself would have been the building of a Mishkan. Sarichas Lashon, the Seder. Rabbi, what time is it supposed to go officially? 125. If there's 125, then comes to. So 1 second. It says like this. It says why? He says like this. He says, Nir, the Kavanosa Yizborach, what was the intention of Hashem? In which way should we learn Torah? So the intention was, Hashem was, Shniya Oiskim v'Torah, we should study Torah, Kidei shetit nishmotenu, that the essence of our neshama should get in our bones, and the ruchnius, the spirituality, and the holiness from the source of the one that gave the Torah. The purpose of the study of Torah is that through the study of Torah we should connect with the one that gave the Torah. Lechein, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the Torah as a gift, kedei shetizdabek nishmotenu, that our neshama should attach itself. The gufenu, our body, if it's 248 limbs in the 248 mitzvahs. In other words, it says something fascinating. What is the Torah? The Torah is the mitzvahs. How many mitzvahs are there? How many positive mitzvahs? Rabbi Yisai? How many positive mitzvahs? 248. Corresponding to what?
Limbs.
Limbs of a person. How many mitzvahs loisasa?
365.
Corresponding to 365 different parts of a person. So what is the Torah? The Torah is the corresponding to a human being. So if you learn the Torah, it's corresponding to yourself. It's attaching you. It's the Torah is corresponding to you. Why is it corresponding to you? Because when you learn the Torah, you become those, you in all those parts of Torah, all the parts of you become attached to Hashem. The whole Torah is to attach. The purpose of the whole Torah is to attach your 248 limbs through the study of the 248 mitzvahs and your 365 givim, through the study of the 365 mitzvahs, through the study of the whole Torah, your whole essence becomes attached to the Rebbeinu Shalom. Not only your Shama, your Guf as well. And that should be the purpose of the Torah, the study of the Torah. Now, now what did we say? What is the structure of the temple? Division. What is the binyan of the temple? Tzveikus. So if you study Torah, you have the fulfillment of the purpose of the Beis Hamikdash. You have the Yedidus. It's the study of Torah that gives the Yedidus. If you, to the amount that you have Bitul Torah, you have loss of that Yedidus. Or even if you study Torah, but you don't study Torah for the purpose of the Yedidus, if you have other goals in mind, whatever they may be, so you lose Yedidus. You lose Yedidus, you lose the Beis Hamikdash. They didn't make a brach on the Torah, means they didn't appreciate the gift of the Torah, that the Torah is a gift to draw in kedusha, sanctity from the Rebbeinu Shalom. They didn't appreciate this gift, and that's Churban Beis Hamikdash. This itself, and that's so it says. Mishachara Beis Hamikdash. After the temple was destroyed, where is the place that you find the Shekhinah? Where is the resting place of the Shekhinah? Says the resting place of the Shekhinah, where is it? When two people learn together as a pair, they try to understand the Rashi, the Tosfos, that's called in the language of the Chachamim, Dalet Amos Shel Halacha. The 4 cubic Amos with the Halacha is studied. That's the Beis Hamikdash, that's the constant Beis Hamikdash. I will say over one thing, I always say it over. The Gemara brings down in Parakani Zokin that first, when they wanted to destroy the temple, they sent Nero and Kaiser. Afterwards came Asfasinus Kaiser. Titus came afterwards, but first they sent Nero and Kaiser. Nero, and they sent him to destroy the temple. And he made Simonim, he made a Goral, and he was shown all the signs from heaven that will succeed in destroying the temple. Then he saw a child coming out of Cheder, and he said, "Tell me, my son, my child, what did you learn today in school?" And the child said a pasuk in Tehillim, "V'samti es nikmosi be'edom." I will put my revenge in Rome that destroys the temple. So he said, "What? The Rebbeinu Shalom wants to destroy the temple, and then he's going to punish him on top of it?" He ran away, he converted, and he became a Jew. And it says, who was he? Who was a descendant from this man? The descendant of this man was Rabbi Meir. The Tana Rabbi Meir. If the Gemara says this, that the Tana Rabbi Meir was a descendant from this man, that means it's connected with this act. It can't be otherwise. Now let's analyze. It says like this: Yoshav Adam. If a person sits like over Aveira and he doesn't do an Aveira, it's as if he did a mitzvah. Which Aveira didn't he do, this man? He was given all the signs from heaven that he can succeed in destroying the temple. That means he had the destruction of the temple in his hand, and the Mesiras Nefesh ran away. He didn't do the message of the kingdom. If they catch him, they can be killed. He ran away and he converted. So that means when the temple was already in a state of destruction, he built the temple. Because if you don't do an Aveira, it's as if you did the opposite. You did a mitzvah. So he, in the state that the temple was muchan va'oimed, was prepared to be destroyed, he did an act which is equal to building the temple in its destruction. Where do we have the temple which is never destroyed? That even in the destruction of the temple, do we have the temple? You know where we have? Where do we have the temple for all generations? And that temple is never destroyed. Says the Chachamim, our sages. After the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, where is the temple? The Dalet Amos Shel Halacha. What's the Dalet Amos Shel Halacha? The 4 cubic Amos where Halacha study. What's the Dalet Amos Shel Halacha? The Mishnah. Who are all the Mishnahs? Stam Masnisen, Stam Mishnah, Rabbi Meir. It's like, you built the Beis Hamikdash in its destruction. I give you Rabbi Meir. All the Mishnayos will be on your schus Liran Kaiser. This will come out from you, Rabbi Meir. That's Rabbi Meir. You built, that's the schar, that's the reward for you. You became the pillar of the Torah Shebal Peh, the resting place of the Shechina for daily days. That's the schar that he received for not destroying the Beis Hamikdash. Yoshev Odom V'Over Aveira. If he didn't do an Aveira, it's Kiros HaMitzvah. So he built the Beis Hamikdash B'Chabana. The binyan of Beis Hamikdash B'Chabana, the construction of Beis Hamikdash in its state of destruction, is the study of the halacha for the right, like the Bach says, for the right purpose. That through the study of halacha we are Dovach Hashem, and that's Yedidus, that's the Hepech, that's the Tikkun of Eicha Yoshva Boder. When we learn Torah, we're not bothered with the Yedidus of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. My Yedidus Mishkan Messiah Hashem.